First class, first rate. Sir Handel was cross. The coaches, Agnes, Ruth, Lucy, and Jemima, and the coaches at the end, Beatrice, had bumped him off the line and been called cattle cars. And he sat brooding while the workmen inspected him. "Blasted things," he grumbled. "Where did they get off pulling such tomfoolery? On an engine like me, no less." "It's your own," scolded Peter Sam. "If we hadn't worked together before, I'd never have guessed you were once an express engine. You treat those coaches deplorably." As he puffed slowly away, he added, "Grandpuff wouldn't be pleased," under his breath. Sir Handel silently looked at his buffers contemplatively. Agnes, Ruth, Lucy, Jemima, and Beatrice were contemplating too. After they bumped Sir Handel, the narrow gauge superintendent, Mr. Percival, had spoken severely to them. "I know you're all really upset that Sir Handel called you a name like that, but we cannot put our passengers at risk," he rumbled. "You will not leave this coaches until you learn sense." Unfortunately, sense didn't come quickly to first-class carriages, especially in the absence of Scarlowe. "It was his fault, Gertrude and Millicent," they moaned the other coaches. "Why should we be set a line for it?" "Tee hee hee," tittered Gertrude and Millicent. The summer sun brought many visitors to the railway. Peter Sam became used to collecting all long coaches and trundling off to the station. The passengers were crowded inside, and they'd have a lovely journey up to the lake. First rate," giggled Gertrude and Millicent. They were often looked down upon by the other coaches, and relished the attention they were receiving. One day, Henry arrived with the first train. "Take care, youngster," he advised. "Ursa says there's bad weather due." "I'm not falling for your tricks again," scowled Peter Sam. "There's not a cloud in the sky." The sun shone brightly as they ventured up the line, but on the journey home, the sky turned gray. Wind and rain buffeted the track, but Peter Sam pushed on. As they reached the station, the passengers quickly got out of the coaches and ran back into Henry's train. "Not a cloud in the sky, eh?" chuckled Henry. Peter Sam didn't reply. Rain had blown into his firebox, and he felt weak. Sir Handel was in the yard when his driver ran over. "The next train is due soon, but Peter Sam's fire needs rebuilding, and Gertrude and Millicent are drenched. We'll fetch Agnes, Ruth, Lucy, Jemima, and Beatrice, and take the train ourselves." Sir Handel was glad to be free of the cars, but not to be pulling the snooty coaches again. He found them grimacing in the darkness of the shed. "Come on," he said. "We can't let the visitors down." "We're first-class passenger carriages. Tourists belong in those long coaches," they sniffed. "There'll be no passengers of any kind if you don't come along," snarled Sir Handel. "Although if you fancy becoming beach huts or chicken coops, you're welcome to stay here." Agnes, Ruth, Lucy, Jemima, and Beatrice gasped. Without any further protesting, they followed Sir Handel quietly to the station. First class, they muttered under their breaths as the horses climbed aboard. Come along, dears, said Sir Handel, trying his best to sound like Scarlotti. When the rain had finally subsided and the sun parted the clouds as they ventured up the line, the horses were thrilled. Their cameras flashed, and they marveled at the beauty of the line. The coaches couldn't stay cross. It was lovely to be out of the shed again. Sir Handel pulled them smoothly to the top station and back. Upon their arrival, the horses smiled and cheered. We didn't think we'd have an train today, they said, but you gave us a splendid ride. Such comfortable coaches, too. Agnes, Ruth, Lucy, Jemima, and Beatrice blushed. When the passengers had gone, Sir Handel pushed the coaches back into the shed. So, he smiled, didn't mind your temporary status in any class coaches, did you? Not at all, they beamed. It was a lovely journey. We're sorry we bumped you. I'm sorry too, replied Sir Handel. You're far from the cattle cars. I thought you were. Now get some rest. I'm sure you ladies will be out again tomorrow while I fetch Gertrude and Millicent. As Sir Handel backed away, Agnes, Ruth, Lucy, Jemima, and Beatrice dozed happily in the evening sun. Yes, they thought, tomorrow sounded lovely indeed.